Hey, what's up, y'all? Hopefully, you're having a rad, thirsty Thursday. Um, I really enjoyed yesterday's video. I really enjoyed this setup. So, I chose another article that we'll play with, and the name of the article is 10 Foods You Don't Realize Are Packed with Sugar. Alright, and this is on livingstrong.com, so I'm just going to read it. I got a nice little snack here. And I'm just going to take my time and try to go nice and slow. So it says, humans are genetically hardwired to crave sugar, but too much of it can cause havoc on our bodies. Some nutritious foods, such as fruit and milk, contain naturally occurring sugars, but added sugars are sugars and syrups put in foods during preparation or processing or added at the table. I don't know if that last sentence made sense. Maybe I didn't read it right. It says, quote, added sugars are a concern because they supply lots of empty calories, but zero nutrition, aka yummy nastiness. It says the American Heart Association's daily recommendation for added sugars is no more than 6 teaspoons of added sugars or 25 grams for women and 9 teaspoons or 36 grams for men. You know, I'm not even going to read all that because I don't really believe in all that. We're just going to go to the first one. To the first one it says. So it says, and this is a big one because there's a big misconception, in my opinion, about yogurts, especially the packaged yogurts that you get at the store-bought packaged yogurts. The number one is fruit-flavored yogurt. At its essence, yogurt is a healthy food. It provides calcium, potassium, magnesium, protein, and probiotics, those friendly bacteria important for gut health. But whether it's regular or Greek, many fruit-flavored varieties are loaded with added sugars. Even low-fat flavored yogurts can have as much as 33 grams of sugar per 8 ounce of servings. That's pretty much like a soft serve, just loaded with sugar. I mean, that's like a soft serve soda. If you think about it, 33 grams of sugar in some of those yogurts per 8 ounces. I mean, it's just loaded with sugar. It says, note that some of this sugar, about 9 to 16 grams per 8 ounces serving, is naturally occurring in the milk yogurt is made from. But the amount of added sugars is this sweetened basically, that's a lot of sugar, y'all. Even with milk yogurts, I'm not really sure how healthy that is. That milk is pasteurized. Those yogurts, no matter what the name brand is, I think there's really about 5 or 6 of the big ones like Dannon. There's a whole bunch of them. It's almost like candy, and that's why I really like. You just make coconut almond yogurts and you put your own probiotics in there. You can make a really big batch. You can get real Thai coconuts. That's like the best way. But those fruit flavored yogurts, really watch out for those. Even the low fat ones, I think the secret's out is that we want fat. The healthy fats. The low fat there's zero nutrition, so you really want the natural sugars. You don't want the processed sugars. And in my opinion, you kind of want to stay away from, the pasteurized milk. And just make your own yogurt. You can make a very large batch of it, and the more days that it just, ferments or whatever it is, it gets real like fizzy, and it gets real bold, and when you take the top off, it kind of pops. I think we have 5 to 10 coconut or different yogurt recipes in our meal plan, but you can find them on Pinterest, you can find them online, and in the comment section below, what's your favorite fruit flavored yogurt that you buy at the store. There are some companies that are really trying to put out an optimal yogurt. We've played with a couple of them now. Most of them, of the newer ones, are staying away from the dairy. They're making like a hemp seed yogurt, believe it or not, a cashew yogurt, an almond milk based yogurt. So you'll see a lot of these nut yogurts that eliminate the dairy. And the processed sugars, well, they'll be sweetening with, you know, the actual coconut meat, or date sugar, or some other alternatives to the processed yogurt. But in the comment section below, where do you get your packaged yogurt? I know one of the better deals for that stuff, if you like it, is at Costco or Sam's Club. I think it's Danny or Donnie. You can get quite a few of those for a really low price. But in the comment section below, let us know what your favorite brand is and flavor, and if you've ever tried to make your own. So, number 2 is condiments. I am making a yummy nastiness book, where when I went on the yummy nastiness tour, I figured out like all the ketchups, all the mustards, all the Italian dressings, all of that stuff, and I wanted to make, and I'm going to make, you know, an optimal version of those. But if you look in your refrigerator right now and you go through all of your condiments, number 1, you're going to find corn syrup, and you're going to find sugar. That's basically what you're, you know, just like flooding your food with, is corn, soy, you know, processed, not high quality oils, and lots of sugar with condiments like ketchup and barbecue sauce. So it says, did you know that putting ketchup or barbecue sauce on your booger, I said booger? Okay, let's talk about that. I think all the way till I was like in 12th grade, I would always, like in the summer, I'm like, hey, you want to come over to my house? My dad's cooking boogers. I didn't realize that you would say burgers, B-U-R-G-E-R's, and I would call them boogers, like, you know, like a booger, you know, like a booger. And I would also call a roof a rough. Like, I'd be like, hey, man, come over to my house, because we had a roof right by our pool. And I'd be like, hey, man, want to come over? Let's jump off the roof into our pool, but it's actually a roof. Anyways, so it says, I'm going to start over. It says, did you know that putting ketchup or barbecue sauce on your burger could give you a sugar boost? We don't realize that condiments are a really big source of added sugars. Adding just a tablespoon of ketchup to your burger packs a teaspoon or 4 grams of added sugar. Wow. It says, for a better option, you can use like an organic mustard, which is practically free of sugar. An organic mustard, not the regular, what's the regular ones? Heinz has a mustard. I think it's Larry's or something. But if you go to some of these other grocery stores, there's some really, really good organic mustards. I have a couple here, and I actually use mustard as a replacement of mayonnaise, because I really don't eat the mayonnaise anymore, even though I love it. And I don't even really play with the mayonnaise from Primal Kitchen, which was dairy free and egg free, but it had a lot of oils in there too. So, you know, anything that I used to put mayonnaise in, I just use like an organic mustard. It says, for an even healthier topping, enjoy some mashed avocado on your next burger or sandwich. So you can get rid of the processed caca ketchup and just get an avocado, right, with a lemon, and maybe some sea salt, and then spread that on your burger, and that will replace the barbecue sauce or ketchup. Really, really cool. Go through your condiments, y'all. You will be amazed. It's all oils, corn syrup, corn, and sugar, and a bunch of processed oils. Like I said, you know, in fact, if any of you all, it would be really, really rad if you all went through, if like a bunch of you just went through your refrigerator and like took a photo of all of your condiments and then took a photo of the ingredients and posted it in a group. That would be really, really cool to see. And if you think about it, condiments average between $2 and $6. You get the Newman's Best dressings. Dressings is the biggest waste. If you're really trying to get optimal, dressings really is just non-nutritional. The packaged stuff is non-traditional. It's what tastes so good. So all of your food, your real food, is a base. It's like a sponge. But when you start putting that dressing on it, the calories, the sugar, the oils goes way up. So watch out for those dressings and condiments. So let's keep going. Who's all in here? Rachel says, I get whatever is on sale and add a little organic granola and a bit of local honey. Yummy. Hi, Rachel. Thank you for joining us today. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Tabitha. Hi, Rose. Hi, Tyrone. Rachel says she's never made my own. You've never made your own yogurt, I'm thinking you're saying? So check this out. My snack, I'm having some delicious cherries, and look it's a little humid out today, and look at they're just sweating. Look at that. That's real food, y'all. Look at that. Oh, yeah, right? Now, remember, there's a cedar pit in there. Boom. I also have these bananas, which is kind of like a heart. A really cool story is today, after I ninja flipped over this morning, I left at 8:30, and I did part 2 of Share Your Story, Tell Your Story. So every day between 8 and 9, I jump on O'Delly, my rad little beach cruiser, and I ride my bike to the beach, and I invite someone on. And today I believe it was Amber or Tiffany. I'm so sorry. Anyway, she is from Illinois, and she lives in San Francisco, and her story was really, really awesome. And then after that, I ninja flipped over to the community garden. After that, I went to Nature's Food Patch, and I got 8 of these rad bananas. They're like little mini plantain bananas, and I have 2 left, and I gave 5 of them away on my way home from Nature's Food Patch to Lana's house. And I put it in my vlog. If y'all don't follow my vlog, I post my vlog every morning at 10 a.m. on Facebook, and every day at 8 p.m. on YouTube. And it was interesting because everybody that looked like they needed a banana politely declined or acted like they didn't hear me. And then the people that like looked kind of healthy or had a like little ninja to their step, they said, hey, thanks, man, I'll take that banana. And so it was really fun just, tossing out bananas to the public. If it was construction workers, if it was rad little ninja homeless people, if it was just people going to work, it was fun just riding my bike and say, hey, want a banana, and passing them out. So these are the 2 that I have left, so that's going to be my snack. Let's see who else is in here. Maria says, damn it, I'm at work and can't watch, but can't wait to watch later. Beets have to be on the list. Beets. Beets, I love beets, y'all. Beets are great for salads. Beets are great for juicing. Beets are great just to eat by themselves. But let's continue to number 3. Packaged fruits. Wow. Okay, very, very cool. This website has a little slider, so I don't know what's coming next, but packaged fruits. I'm really interested in this one. So number 3, packaged fruits. It says, fruit in light syrup, such as fruit cocktail, packs in more than 25 grams of sugar per 1 cup serving. That's not very light, and that's so true because I used to eat that canned fruit. What is it? Fruit Delight, fruit cocktail, and it would have that liquidy syrup. And I remember my dad and my grandparents giving that to me, and they thought it was like really, really healthy. It's basically a dessert. It's basically candy, that fruit cocktail. 25 grams of processed sugar, and it had those cherries in there. These are real cherries. Remember those little cherries that were like super, super red? They had to put artificial coloring in there, right? Or some type of preservative to make it look better. But this is a real cherry. So packaged fruit, watch out for that fruit cocktail. It says, while draining the syrup is a step toward reducing the added sugars, that fruit still has much more than you might realize. A better option is to choose canned fruits that says no sugar added. However, these are sometimes sweetened with Splenda or other artificial sweeteners. So read the label if you are trying to avoid those ingredients. You have to read those ingredients. You have to read the ingredients. Don't be scared. Take your time, and look at all the alternatives. Typically, when you're buying a condiment, a packaged anything, there's 3, 4, or 5 different options. Look for organic. In my opinion, look for soy-free. I know that's controversial. Look for soy-free. Look for gluten-free. All of that stuff, y'all. Sometimes it might be a little bit more expensive, and believe it or not, sometimes it might be a little bit cheaper depending on what the sales are. So make sure you read those labels. It says, go for fresh fruit. Portable and refreshing. 3/4 of a cup of fresh grapes contain just 90 calories. Is an excellent source of vitamin K. Provides a variety of antioxidants and has no added sugars. I love grapes. If you all have not tried the cotton candy grapes, I had them for the first time probably 2 months ago, and they are delicious. I actually wanted to juice some, but I think we ate them so fast that we weren't able to juice them. So fresh fruit all day, every day. Again, I got 8 of these today. 8 of these for 99 cents, and I gave 5 of them away, right? This right here is better than any canned fruit if it's got added sugars and all this preservatives. Just one little ninja banana, y'all. And this probably, believe it or not, what is it? Nah, I want to be right. I'm not going to say that because I don't want to give, all of this. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I'm just like a little rad ninja that likes to learn. And so sometimes I might say something that might be factual, or it might be factual, or it's just my opinion. But I'm just going to say my opinion because I might be wrong. But I just like how these are a little hard. I'll probably eat these halfway through. So, all right. So we're moving on to number 4. And I want to show you something really rad. This is called water. See? Look at it. See how delicious that is? Sometimes people think that's bland. This is life. Now, I want to show you a trick. I love lemon water, okay? Lemons, depending on where you get them, can get kind of expensive. You want to go for organic when you can. But Lana and I went to an event. We've been going to these events at, I want to keep calling it Natural Grocers. Her father calls it Cabbage Patch, like Cabbage Patch cards or whatever. But it's Nature's Food Patch. And this chiropractor, Mr. Ned, 3 weeks ago was telling us some cool products. And he gave us a tip on this product, y'all. And I have been playing with this a lot the last 3 weeks. This is Italian Volcano 100% organic lemon juice. This was $9.99. This is about 40 lemons in every bottle. Look at this. So you don't need to cut the lemon. You don't need to, make sure they're not bruised. You don't need to store them in the fridge so they don't go rotten or ripe. You get this for $9.99 and you get 40 lemons. Yeah, it's not fresh, so, it can lose, its life force or whatever. I have been putting this in just a mashed avocado. I've replaced a lot of salt with just lemon because you can kind of trick your taste buds and put a little bit of lemon juice on something rather than putting the salt so you can kind of get rid of the sodium. I've been putting this in a lot of stuff that I wouldn't have put in it before. So with this water, instead of cutting a whole lemon and using a whole lemon, I just put just a little splash, little dab will do ya. Hi-ya. Right? And then I take a spoon and I stir it up. Room temperature. Lana has taught me this, and it took a while for me to get it. I remember in boot camp in Chicago, Illinois, it was super humid, and we always had to use these canteens, and it was always room temperature, and they wanted to drink like 20 canteens a day to stay hydrated. And it was actually kind of warm because it was really hot, and you'd have it on your hip, your guard belt, they'd call it. But you were always drinking room temp or warm water. Nowadays you want stuff cold, right? People want cold, they want it carbonated, they want sugar, they want all of this stuff. But Lana always has room temp water. And, when I first got her, I was like, because I was used to always having, like, I've had a couple of these where you get the 5-gallon water and you can have hot, room temp, or cold. And I would like, when I was taking creatine or my protein drinks or my smoothies, I would always want cold water. Now I just use frozen bananas with regular bananas, and that gets that nice cold texture. But my tummy does operate better on room temp water. So this is room temp water with that lemon juice, and this is, in my opinion, besides fresh coconut water straight out of the coconut, is the best thing you can ever drink. Y'all gotta get this, y'all. $9.99. Italian Volcano. 40 lemons. Do the math. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure you, I wish they did a better lid. You gotta make sure you get it real, real tight. Because it's metal. It would have been cooler if they would have had like a cool little BPA plastic cap that would fill up. like just the cap and would say, okay, that's like 1 lemon, and then you can ninja squirt it so you know you would get like a half a lemon or a lemon rather than this twist tops. I've almost grabbed it and not had this untied enough and, you know, almost dropped it. So anyways, number 4, let's keep going. Number 4, this is a big one. This is a big one. This is a big one. Energy drinks and enhanced water. Basically, money-making caca, unhealthy stuff, y'all. When I used to go to the casino, I'd drink all those martinis, I'd take all those shots and get super wasted. And then, you know, the second day with no sleep, I'd start hitting those Red Bull and vodkas, and I would drink like 10 of them at like $8 a pop. And talk about sugar, energy drinks, those monsters. When I would drive, if I had a court date in Cali, I'd have to drive and I'd drink those monster energy drinks. They'd keep you awake, but wow, I would crash so hard and I would not feel normal for like 2 or 3 days. And it's such a money maker. I mean, water right now, depending on where you buy it, is more expensive than gas sometimes. A bottled water, I've seen bottled water for like $3.50, right? A gallon of gas is, you know, somewhere it might be $3.50. I think here it's like $2.70. But let's read this, y'all, because energy drinks and enhanced water is a waste of money in my opinion and not healthy. And if you can just create those healthy habits, go find, you know, we get 5 gallons of reverse osmosis water for $1. And like Lana does this thing, she's like 5'4.5". I had to put that half, but like she can like grab it because her back is ripped. She's got like these guns, and she puts the 5 gallon of water there, and she does this thing where like I don't know what she's doing. She's blessing it or giving it like it's juju or doing energy or whatever. But anyway, the water tastes good for $1. You know what I mean? So now you know you always have it, rather than, you know. And then I have a really cool one that I put on my backpack. I always have one in my bedroom. She always has one of these. So if you go buy a 5 gallon jug of water that's just BPA free for $1, you're always gonna stay hydrated. You're not gonna go spend this money on this unhealthy stuff. So it says, souped up waters and drinks touted for energy are not only often spiked with caffeine, which is very addictive, and a drug, they are typically loaded with added sugars. A 20-ounce bottle of vitamin water, amazing marketing, right? I think Pepsi or Coke actually owns vitamin water, has 8 teaspoons or 32 grams of added sugars. Y'all, let me read that again. Vitamin water has 32 grams of added sugar. Vitamin water. They add vitamin to it and they combo it with water, and they have a transparent bottle with like really cool graphics. You know, it's amazing. That's amazing. And they sell it, you know, vitamin water. I've seen those for about $3 a pop, right? Where you could get you could get 15 gallons of reverse osmosis for one of those, you know, vitamin waters. It's unbelievable. This just blows my mind. This is why I love these videos, because I didn't know that. I didn't know that it had 32 grams. So then it says, and a 16-ounce of Red Bull has more than 12 teaspoons or 49 grams of added sugar. And keep in mind, this isn't like pure cane sugar. This isn't raw sugar. This is processed sugar. This is why we have an obesity epidemic. This is why we have a diabetes epidemic. When you're drinking vitamin water and you think it's healthy and you're taking 32 grams of sugar, well, hey, I should probably drink a bunch of vitamin waters. What if you drink 3 a day? That's close to 100 grams of added sugar, and you think that it's healthy. And then if you want to, you know, get some energy with some caffeine, drink a Red Bull, it's almost 50 grams. 50 grams. That means when I would go party hard and I'd be up 2 days no sleep and I'd drink 10 of those with vodka, what is that? That's 500 grams of sugar I was putting through my body. Cray cray. With an extra side of cray cray. So it says, a better bet, you guessed it, plain water. Just like this, y'all. Plain water. If you want more flavor, then add regular water. If you want more flavor than regular water is able to provide, look for fruit infused Flat or sparkling waters like liqueur, I don't really mess with those, or adding citrus or a splash of 100% fruit juice. You can add cucumbers to this. You can add cherries to this. You can add peaches to this. You can add limes to this. You can add strawberries to this, right? Why not flavor it with nature's candy? Just use room temp water, or you can put it in the fridge, right? You know, I've never tried banana water. Of course, I put water in my smoothies, but I've never just tried to enhance water with bananas. That'd probably get a little bit mushy. Very, very cool. That's number 4. Let's keep going. Are you enjoying these videos, y'all? I really, really like these because I learn and I read the comments, and these are really, really fun. So give me some hearts if you like this. Let's go to number 5. Granola. Here's another thing. This is really tricky too, and I can rap about this for a long time. You really got to watch with granola because it's almost like they advertise it and they mark it as like adult, like if you're eating granola, it's more of like you're more of an adult. It's like an adult cereal. But if you look at granola, it's almost candy for adults. Go look at all those packaging. It's basically caca cereal. Now there are probably 5 to 6 brands that really, really, really bring the heat, and really like an optimal granola. You got to look really, really hard, and you're gonna pay 3 times the amount if you really get some good granola. We've played with a couple of them. I've done a lot of videos on them. I basically like steel cut oats. Just steel cut oats. You soak them overnight or 2 days, 48 hours, and you could put coconut water in there or regular water with any type of fruit. You can even heat it up after that 48 hours, and it's like the best thing you'll ever eat. And you can buy steel cut oats extremely cheap, y'all. But I'll go ahead and read this. Granola. It might sound like a health food, but granola is often sweetened with added sugars like corn syrup, honey, dextrose, brown sugar, and brown sugar syrup. A half a cup can deliver 3.5 teaspoons or 14 grams of sugar. In addition, some granola is encased in a chocolate or yogurt coating, which could easily add 15 to 20 ingredients just with a little coating. A little chocolate, you know, I just got buy one get one free, these chocolate bars, and it had 2 ingredients, pure cane sugar and cacao. A lot of these chocolates can have 15 to 20 ingredients. A lot of these yogurts can have 15 and 20 ingredients, and you're just coating the granola in it. So just think of all those other ingredients that your body has to break down. So it says, which ramps up the added sugars even more. It says, for a snack or topping with no added sugars, pistachios add a satisfying crunch and provide a trio of plant protein, fiber, and healthy fats that can help you feel fuller for longer. So in the comments section, what granola do you like? Do you like, the granola that's regular in cereals? Have you found an optimal granola like at Trader Joe's or Whole Foods or whatnot? If you have, post it in the group. Take a photo of it and post it in the group so we can, find the best packaged granola. All right, number 6, pasta sauces. Fun. First, you were worried about the refined carbs in the pasta, and now it's the sauce that's being called out. Most commercial tomato-based sauces are packed with sugar, which is often added to the sauce to make it less acidic. While they taste savory and not sweet, a half-cup serving of pasta sauce has between 6 and 12 grams of sugar, similar to the amount in a chocolate chip cookie. So look at that Prego sauce. Turn it around. Look how many sugar per serving. And you want to check the servings. If you buy a big thing of Prego, it might be 4 servings. It might say 12 grams of sugar, but that's per serving. So that's close to, 60 grams of sugar you have in that Prego. That's why it's almost, you really have to get used to. And not only you, your children and loved ones, to teach them about reading those labels. I mean, when you think they market, let's just envision a Prego jar, right, of sauce. They're putting like a really, really cool, organic, fresh, ripened tomato there with some green, reds, and some whites to make the market pop, right? But if you think, it's really like eating a chocolate chip cookie. I mean, that's why I love this, because the more you hone in on this, and the more you really, I guess, study it, and the more you make it a lifestyle, it's like you can't get fooled. You know, when you go on a road trip or whatever, every 2 miles you get hit up with a McDonald's, a Jack in the Box, a Burger King, a Church Chicken, a Taco Bell. It's all yummy nastiness, and they make it look so good. And then when you go to a gas station, there's no organic anything. It's almost, you know, not fit for Buddy. You know what I'm saying? Not fit for my dog. So, you know, that's why you have to create those healthy habits and be aware of what it is you're eating. And a lot of people think it's extreme, but if you want to stay out of the hospital, right, and you want to be your most optimal self, you know, put the highest vibration foods in your body so you don't, you know, have inflammation, you don't have phlegm in your throat, you don't have a runny nose. You know, all of those are symptoms of really not fueling your meat vehicle with proper stuff. And you know, it's getting better. This is why one of the reasons why I'm front and center. It is getting better because, you know, we have access to information. But people are so busy with work. People are so busy with relationships. People are so busy with, you know, fighting each other, you know, with politics or trying to make that dollar so they can pay their bills. And so, you know, people, you know, they make it easy to go get a cheeseburger. They make it easy to go get this. But when you kind of stand back and you look what's going on and you pay attention, you're like, whoa, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? And for me, you know, I've been kind of at it for 5 years off and on, but the last 2 years I've really tried my best to keep elevating. And even to this day, you know, I'll miss something, you know, like a soy lecithin is like a filler, you know, in a chocolate, or I'll miss an added sugar. Or something like that. And so that's why I love our group, because we can find optimal products, post a picture in there, and say where we got it, where the zip code, and how much. Yeah, so look at the food label of your favorite marinara sauces and choose a tomato sauce with few ingredients and no added sugars like corn syrup. When you turn that Ninja label around, you don't want that many ingredients. And if you cannot pronounce it, do not buy it. If it is not a real ingredient, when it's packaged food, do not buy it. You know what I'm saying? If you have a bag of Doritos and you have these other chips, and the other chips have 20 less ingredients, but it's still nacho flavor, but you know they're probably using nutritional yeast and they're using a much more higher end product, more real food, and you gotta pay 79 cents more, toss that Doritos away, I know they're delicious, and buy that other one, or look for when they're on sale 2 for $5. Just doing that little healthy habit and doing it over and over with like a marinara sauce, or you know, start your own garden and make your own marinara sauce. Those all count as W's, right? All these healthy habits count as W's, and you'll start seeing your skin better. You'll start seeing your attitude better. You'll just see a whole lot of things different, and it's W. And a lot of times we do fall back, you know, and we eat out of emotion or we eat out of stress. But you know, you build these healthy habits so you can go back a lot easier. If you don't have any healthy habits, you're not paying attention and you're just being dumbed down by mainstream media, and just, you know, depressed or whatnot, it's a lot harder to get out of those holes. So just slowly but surely create those healthy habits and use them as like a superpower to get your most optimal self. I'm gonna eat this banana. Ooh, this one's fun. Number 7 is cranberry sauce. Tamra, aka Ella, I always call you Ella, says, hi Trish. Cody says, consistently learning. Cody. Kristen Webb says, I always make my pasta sauce from scratch. Kristen, I double dare you to ninja flip into our group right now and prove it. Show us your pasta sauce. Show us, go live. If you don't want to go live, show us you like pouring it like on your noodles, right? And give us the ingredients, give us the write-up. You know what I'm saying? Because then, what if like 20 ninjas use that and that inspires them to grow tomatoes, which all of my tomatoes are dead right now because we ninja flipped to Omaha and you really can't grow tomatoes year-round in Florida. but I tried and I didn't listen. But your pasta sauce, your marinara sauce might say, hey, this is delicious. It's way better, than all the other stuff. And it's, 8 ingredients or whatever. So do that. And I've said this before. If you all like social media and you really like playing, it's way better to post in our group than on your personal. A lot of you aren't invested in social media. You might have 600 friends. You might have 6 friends. You might have 2,600 friends. The more you post in the group and the more friends that you have in the group, the more engagement you're going to get. So that's why I always see it. Anybody that comments on your stuff, send them a friend request, send them a little message, be like, hey, thanks for replying. Hey, you want to, I'm doing this detox. Hey, you want to check this out? Because you can inspire and motivate and educate a lot more if you post in the group. Cranberry sauce. This will be interesting. I haven't really ever been a huge cranberry fan. Oh, here's the thing. I was watching this, it's called 106 in Park. It's like a hip-hop YouTube channel, and Wiz Khalifa was on there. He is like an amazing artist. And he was talking about the proper way to eat a banana. And he says it is against all rules to eat a banana unless you take it off and eat it like that. And I'm like, that's no fun. I just eat a banana like this. What's wrong with that? He's like, no, dude, you have to do this. I'm like, okay, well, that's not how I eat a banana. And these are so good. 8 of them for 99 cents. Amanda says, homemade is so much better than store. It tastes amazing. Kristen says, I will totally go live when I make it again. I double dare you. And we will be waiting. And if you get a little anxiety and you don't want to, just take a photo of it, do a write-up, create your own content, and post it. And I'll try it too. You know what I'm saying? That'd be rad. And here's another thing with the group. Not a lot of people use the search feature. Type in tomato right now, and I guarantee you there's 1,000 tomato posts. Type in bananas. I bet you there's 1,000 banana recipes. You know what I'm saying? That group is so amazing for recipes. And the engagement has gone down. We have our definite rock stars, but the engagement has gone down because I'm just being me, we're all just being ourselves, and a lot of people have a hard time with people being themselves because they'll act out, they'll lash out because someone peed in their cornflakes and they want you to eat their soggy cornflakes with urine on it. Even if you're having a good day and you're like, yo dude, like I'm doing good, don't pee in my cornflakes just because you're having a bad day. If that makes any sense. So a lot of people will lash out because they're not happy, because they're sad. And you have to keep in mind is that people say kill them with kindness. You kind of just have to spread love all the time. Just keep spreading the love, keep being kind, and hopefully they might come around. I block a lot more people in the group than what I used to, just to protect the other members. And a lot of times they'll come back and say, hey Tom, I was having a bad day. Can I come back into the group? I'm like, yeah, come on in. Cranberry sauce. The holiday season would not be complete without cranberry sauce and sugar cookies. But who knew they could have similar amounts of added sugars? Even though we think of it as healthy, cranberry sauce is packed with added sugars with a total of 5 1/4 teaspoons, which is 21 grams of sugar per a tiny 1/4 cup serving. That's a lot of sugar. Since cranberries provide powerful antioxidants and an array of nutrients, including vitamin C and fiber, rather than cutting out the cranberry sauce, simply cut down the added sugars. Instead of buying canned cranberry sauce, make your own with fresh cranberries and add half the sugars that the recipe calls for. It will still taste plenty sweet. There you go, right? Spread the ninja love. Hi-ya! A lot of people are scared of this, right? A little of that. They're scared of that, right? That's just a beauty mark. It's a banana beauty mark. We all have beauty marks. I ain't scared of that. Number 8, peanut butter. I don't eat peanut butter anymore. I try to eat just raw almond butter. you know, when I really want to get hardcore, some cashew butter or whatnot. You can make so many nut cheeses and butters and all that stuff. But peanut butter is basically candy. Harvard researchers found that peanut butter eaters have both heart and longevity benefits thanks to peanuts' healthy, natural occurring fats. Unfortunately, many of the peanut butters on the market, even the ones touted to be all natural, are packed with additives and added sugar. In fact, the worst offenders are the peanut butters marked reduced fat. After all, if you take something out, you have to put something in it. And lower the fat versions pump up the sugar to try to adjust the taste. To maximize the health and nutritional offerings of peanut butter, it should have just 2 ingredients. Peanuts, of course, and maybe a little salt. Make your own peanut butter, right? Ella, I did. I got that huge tub of almond butter when you joined the marketing group. And we found another one that's even better. It dried out quicker, so I added some coconut oil to it. But that one is pretty good. I think it was $110 for that almond butter on Amazon. Bread, here we go. I had 2 slices of bread today. It was all 100% plant-based bread with a nut cheese and avocado and salt. It was delicious. I had that today. I do not eat any other of those processed breads at all unless it's yummy nastiness. Bread is huge. Bread was one of the most difficult things that I stopped eating. It was such a challenge to stop eating bread. It was such a challenge to stop eating or to stop drinking soda. Huge, huge, huge. Those 2 things were really, really hard for me because it's like comfort, and it's in bread. It releases dopamine. Bread is very, very tough, and it has those carbs. Bread is very, very tough. It's a crutch for, you know, so many people. And, you know, if you desire to, stop that, more power to you, and just keep at it because now there's so many other better alternatives. Plant-based breads for like $5.50, $6. Sometimes you get them for like $4. It says, while you may know that jam on your toast has added sugars, you might not realize the toast itself is a culprit. A dietary staple, the average slice of processed bread can have as much as 3 grams of sugar. While some sugar is formed naturally in the baking process, it's often added to. It says Guron, I don't know what that is, recommends reading the labels of choosing a bread with 1 gram of sugar or less per slice. That's a really good key thing, because when I go in here, I like Little Northern Bakery bread. That's the best one. I've done 20 to 30 bread review videos, y'all. And by far, in my opinion, Little Northern Bakery House has the best plant-based bread, and they've got like 4 versions. So I'm gonna go in there after this video, and I'm gonna see if it has any and what type of sugar it has in there. It says, they say, I recommend a whole grain sprouted breads without honey, sugar, or other additives such as Ezekiel bread. I've played with all the Ezekiel breads, and they're definitely a step above from Roman meal, Wonder bread, all that other bread. But the Little Northern Bakery House is even 2 steps above that Ezekiel bread. When I found that, I was like, that's the best bread ever. All right, number 10, instant oatmeal. That's why I do the steel cut oats. It's basically oatmeal, and it is 1,000 times better on your tummy, 1,000 more times nutrition, and it's 1,000 times cheaper. You can go a lot of these times with oatmeal. It's such in marketing, especially when I was doing the weight gaining, the bodybuilding. There's some things that have oatmeal. It's like this, like cinnamon banana. It's like $3, and they put a little whey protein in there, and it's like 1/4 of a cup of oatmeal for $3, when you can go buy 40 times the amount for that price and just make your own. You really got to watch out for those packaged oatmeals, y'all. Look at the ingredients. So it says, a heart-healthy and fiber-rich way to start your day. That's an opinion. Oatmeal is a top choice for a power breakfast. And while you can control how much honey you drizzle on it, at home, many fruit-flavored instant packs have more added sugars than you may realize. Packing in almost 3 teaspoons, 11 grams per packet. When choosing packets of oatmeal, look for the reduced sugar varieties with closer to 1 to 2 teaspoons, which is 6 grams of sugar per packet. Or better yet, if you don't have time to make a pot of oatmeal, use the plain instant oatmeal packets with just 1 gram of sugar each and top with fruits like berries, sliced peaches, or diced apple and cinnamon. My recommendation to you is to buy a bulk thing of steel cut oats. This was a huge eye-opening thing to me. And just soak them overnight. I believe it's what I think the best one that I've come up with, and I think we've got like 10 recipes on the meal plan, but what I like the best, I like to do 2 days or even 3 days soak, right? So 72 hours. I believe it's 1 cup steel cut oats in a mason jar just like this. Then put a cup and a half, get a Thai coconut, crack it in half, put a cup and a half of coconut water. Then you can add blueberries and some date sugar by the Date Lady. Date sugar, and that's it. Put it in the fridge for 72 hours. Your whole concept on oatmeal will you'll be like, whoa, now this is what oatmeal is. And again, you can replace the blueberries with whatever fruit. You don't have to put the date sugar, and you can just use water. I would recommend use a higher quality water. Now, you don't have to eat it cold, because when you soak it overnight, you put it in the fridge. Now you could take it out of the fridge after the 72 hours, or even after 24 hours or 48 hours, and just let it sit till it gets room temp, right? And you can wait and put the berries in after the soak. You can also heat those up. So what I've done in the past is when it's 72 hour soak, and I did that recipe, I'll take it out, I'll get room temp. Then I'll get a little skillet, a saucepan or pot, and I'll put all of it in there, a whole cup of everything I just explained. Put it on like 2, and put in like a 1/4 cup of more coconut water. Stir it, put the lid on for like 5 minutes. So unbelievably good. I haven't been consuming right now. When I'm trying to bulk up, that is a perfect recipe to eat those oatmeal, the steel cut oats in the morning. You can even eat it at night for a recipe. When I wanted a lot of carbs, because you got to remember, you're taking in a lot of carbs when you eat a lot of bananas and or those steel cut oats. I operate pretty good on that. A lot of people, it's kind of glued to them and they have a hard time digesting it. But if you want to pack on some weight, or if you need a quick nutritional meal that will fill you up very, very fast, use that recipe. And in my recommendation, do not buy any packaged box, anything of instant oatmeal. Don't put it in the microwave, because you really have not experienced like that. Try what I just recommended and let me know what you think. That's it, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. Hello, Anna. Trish says, I bought Eureka Organic Top Seed with flax, sunflower, and sesame. I just don't eat much bread. For real, especially Panera bagels. Let's see what else we got. Why buy almond? Wait, we buy almond, but now we buy organic bulk because the oil all separates and it's super hard to mix. Very true. If your almond butter does dry out, just put a little bit of coconut oil in there and just mash it up and it should be good. Alright, y'all, that's it. You know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to ninja flip over to our Tom and Lana account and do another video because I really like these, and then I post them on YouTube. Remember, I'm posting my vlog every night at 8 p.m. on YouTube, and I post it every day at 10 a.m. on Facebook. Thank you all for joining me. If you learned anything about this, from the instant oatmeal, to the cranberries, to the bread, to the peanut butter, to the pasta sauces, to the granola, to the energy drinks and enhanced water, to the packaged fruits, the condiments like the Kaka ketchup, or the fruit-flavored yogurts, pretty please, with a cherry on top, share this video and give someone else the chance to learn as well. Thank you for joining me. Keep it raw. Stay rad. What?